So many travels and chapters in my life where the waves and the waters held me, where the sunrises and sunsets gave me a breath in the wildings of my movement. Fires in the west, they led my mind to a very different memory. They rattled my body into a different place in the high desert of countries and lands that my own have wrecked without impunity. Where militants formed because we created their opposition. Where bombs exploded, chemicals burned, bodies to ash as oil and gas rigs were set ablaze. The air hung thick with black residue. Pollution laced in like a drug, landed in lungs, and breath snuffed out. You see, I've seen the end of the world as we know it. I have witnessed Armageddon more than once and in more than one place. Americans are afraid of apocalyptic scenes, except for the ones we create in the movies. And it is a cinematic sight, a cinematic experience. Because we're so used to creating them in other places in the name of our metallic gods on the other side of the pond, on the other side of the world, across the continents. We are the ones who inflict the end of the world. We are the ones who start the fires, who subject the other to live among the rubble. Well, we help erect billionaire buildings. An erection gone wrong. A fearful and coerced submissive. We've become so small to our abusers who've convinced us that if we'll go along and inflict the end of the world over there, it won't happen over here. But now we see it. The fires in California, they showed us. It's beginning to break apart. Over here, we're no longer protected. I've seen the end of the world, Armageddon, and the world after a white rupture. In the name of these metallic gods, given an image like Michelangelo's Sistine ceiling. So what do? Because longbeards are unable to quench their thirst for vengeance and violence. So what if we turn the tables? What if we cease to be the fuel to the fire? What if we step into the fire with the survivors, their bombed out buildings, in the name of resistance? We're not free until they're free. When we understand our liberation is tied to their liberation, their freedom from it all, from our abusers, bombs against us all, the story can change. We'll be able to tell a different one. We will live a different story. Perhaps in unison 5 times a day, we'll discard the notion of fear over the end of the world and we'll start a new world on top of the rubble. The broken bones and bodies once shamed will rise in the desert and dance like an army with rattled fists in the air as they do, defiant, radicalized. Where sunrises and sunsets breathe new life in the wildings of our wonder, one to another.